What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new, I guess it's a Pride archetype. So let's go ahead and check out what the heck is this archetype all about. So anyways, I guess they were doing a first premiere of the brand new archetype. Oh, it's Gold Pride. Oh, okay, gotcha. Anyways, starting right off, I thought these were going to be like gold, and then they're going to have like, you know, like blue, and they're going to be like a colored archetype. Anyways, let's get started. So I guess it's all about gold. So starting right off with the first card, Gold Pride Leon is a brand new level 3 Wind Warrior Tuner effect monster with 1500 attack, 1200 defense points, and here is the zoomed up artwork. Hey, the artwork is so good over here, we can read the effect. It says, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. And it says, if this card is normal or special summon, you get to target one non-warrior Gold Pride monster in your graveyard and special summon in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra for the rest of the turn except for Gold Pride monsters. During your opponent's main phase, you can, as a quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only Gold Pride monsters you control. Okay, you can only use each effect of it once per turn. So, unfortunately, it doesn't say that that part is a quick effect over here, where if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can just special summon it. I really wish that that part existed as a quick effect, because then you could quick effect, and then on top of that, you'd have that bonus quick effect by going for a synchro monster in your opponent's turn. We'll have to see what the synchro does to make more sense of the archetype to see if it's actually good. Next up, though, we have the Gold Pride. I think this is Nitro Head. It's spelled really weird. But anyways, this is a level 8 Pyro effect monster, 2300 attack, 2600 defense points. And it says, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's standby phase, you can special summon one Nitro token Pyro Fire level 800 to your opponent's field, but it cannot be used as a link material. The next part says, during your opponent's main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one Nitro token on the field, destroy that token, also destroy all cards in its adjacent monster zones and spell and trap zones. You can only use each effect of Gold Pride Nitro Head once per turn. So adjacent meaning left and right and on top and bottom, so it's a cross pattern. That's a pretty cool effect. That's definitely going to make people play around the zones. I like this idea. I've always thought the zones were a really cool idea in Yu-Gi-Oh, but like the S forces, no one's playing those, right? That had to do a lot with columns. But interesting effect. Let's check out the next card, which is the Gold Pride Captain Carry. So this is a Fiend effect. Looks like it's level 3 water. It says if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you get to special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you get to add one Gold Pride trap from your deck to your hand. And if this card is set to the graveyard, you get to target one Gold Pride monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck. Banish up to 3 Gold Pride cards from your graveyard. And if you do that, monster gains 500 attack for each card banished. This way, you can only use each effect of Gold Pride Captain Carry once per. Okay, so this one is kind of dependent on how good the traps are in the archetype. So, and then it has a small boost. I mean, maybe if they get banished, they get some sort of bonus, but 1500 stat boost. Usually stat boosts aren't like the most priority things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless it's just like a field spell that just boosts up stats for free, right? All right, so here's the first synchro that we're taking a look at. They also have a link monster, it looks like. So this is Gold Pride Star Leon. It is going to be a level 6 Light Thunder synchro effect monster, and it's got 2000 attack, 2000 defense points, and it requires 1 tuner and 1 plus non-tuner, so it is a generic synchro monster. It says during the main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. This card gains attack equal to that target's original attack. Then, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can destroy that monster. Then the next part says you can only use the previous effect of Gold Pride Star Leon once per turn. And then also once per turn during the end phase, if the previous effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon one Gold Pride Leon from your deck or graveyard. Okay, so I guess the goal is to go really quick, make this, pop something, and then you get to go back and then try to go for it like as many times maybe as possible. So it's like a surprise pop one. It's still what I would consider a little bit mediocre, because remember, if you play this archetype, the first card, you're locked into specifically those cards, but it is during your opponent's turn, so maybe it's not that bad depending on the way you want to play it, considering the other card, the special summon, is not a quick effect. If it was, I think the archetype would be much better. Next up, though, we have the Gold Pride Nitro Blaster. This is going to be a link monster. It's a link 2, and it requires 2 Gold Pride monsters with different levels. It says you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Then, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you destroy all cards in its adjacent monster zones and spell and trap zones. Okay, you can only use this effect of Gold Pride Nitro Blaster once per turn. The part says, once per turn, during the end phase, if this effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon one Gold Pride Nitro Head from your deck or graveyard. Okay, so going back to Nitro Head, being able to have that effect, that is during your opponent's main phase as a quick effect. So I have to give my opponent the token, which could maybe be good because they can control a monster in the main monster zone, or it could just be cloggy because they can't use it as material. But that's still pretty good. Next up, that we have some support because we also had the ability to search out a trap. Let's see if the trap is any good, because traps generally in Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't see too much play because it's just too slow. Next up, we have Gold Pride, The Crowd Goes Wild. This is a brand new spell card, and it says, reveal one Gold Pride monster in your hand. You get to add one Gold Pride monster with a different name from your deck to your hand. Then you get to apply the following effect. Special summon one Gold Pride monster from your hand, but lose life points equal to its original attack. Hey, that works perfect for the archetype you want to have under your opponent's life points. The other part is you can only activate one Gold Pride, The Crowd Goes Wild, per turn. Okay, that'd be quite nice if you could do that. Now, I'm wondering if people are going to be trying to mix this in with like Hope for Escape, since you start paying like lots of life points. That'd be very interesting if someone tries to do that to draw a lot of cards. Okay, so literally it's only one trap card. So this is like a real early introduction to the archetype, kind of basically relying on this trap card being good to see if the other card's even worth playing. The pirate looking girl. Anyways, this is Gold Pride, Start Your Engines. It says if you normal or special summon a monster or monsters, target one of those monsters, reveal 3 Gold Pride monsters from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon. Shuffle the rest into your deck, then destroy the targeted monster. Okay, so wait, so when my opponent summons one, I pop that monster and then I get to special summon one. I mean, that's a really, really good effect, right? Okay, I just gotta double check. I'm not crazy, right? That's a really, really good. And it's 3 Gold Pride monsters, and it doesn't have to be different names. So that means I could just reveal 3 with the same name, right? So no matter what, unless I already have like it in my hand, in which I can special summon it from my hand, I just get to pop your card. Then I get to get a random monster or a specified monster if they're all 3 copies in my deck. And then the other card can pop. I think it's a very early introduction to the deck, but that trap card is really good if you get to go first, considering, yeah, you could just add one. But that's literally the only one. If they only have one trap card, then the archetype is still kind of underdeveloped. But I think it's actually looking like it's kind of reactive during your opponent's turn, which at the end of the day is always the key with good Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. But anyways, let me know what you think of the brand new Pride archetype, the Gold Prides. I don't know if they're going to do other colors later, but let me know down below. And when we get more Pride monsters, I'll be covering them. So make sure you guys subbed with the bell notification on if you're brand new here so you don't miss out when we cover them. But take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.